Namaste friends, welcome to Learn with Jay, empowered by Magic Needles. This day I am here with a granny square like square but not. So it's titled Granny Not Square. So we start with the pinwheel in the center and make the stitches and go about forming a square. And hence it is titled as Granny's Not Square. It's a beautiful stitch pattern and it can be combined with any of the squares that we make for our projects. Okay, let's go into the video without much delay, but before that let me tell you I have used my Aran yarn, which is mauve color with shade 2039 and a 5 mm Susan Bates inline hook. I have used this for making the product here. Let us go into the video without any further delay. Chain 6, slip stitch to the first chain and join to form a ring. You can either chain 6 and begin or pull up the loop and make a standing double crochet, the starting double crochet that we usually do. Chain 3, and a DC. Chain 3. So DC, chain 3, totally 7 times. You should have 8 sets of chain 3 spaces and 8 sets of DCs. Complete the round. I shall complete and get back. I have come to the end of the round here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain 3 spaces. So instead of making chain 3 and joining, what you do is make a double crochet on the third chain if you have begin with 6 chains or on the DC. So I am working my double crochet on top of the DC here on the sideways, horizontal ways. So I get back to this particular point of the chain. So I am creating a chain with double crochet here. Okay. Now in this chain space, you begin with a standing double crochet or chain 3. So I am going to begin with my standing double crochet. 3 more double crochets in the same space. Chain 2, 4 double crochets. So in this round, second round, you will have 8 sets of 4 double crochets in the chain spaces. In each one, 4 double crochets in each of the chain 3 spaces, and these are separated by chain 2. So let me make one more. So I'll make 4 double crochets under the chain 3 space, chain 2, and go over to the next chain 3 space. So continue the round and come back to the place where we began. I shall also complete and get back. I've come to the end of round 2 here. So instead of chaining 2 and slip stitching and joining to the first DC, what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over and make a half double crochet in the very first double crochet what I made, or the third chain of the first double crochet. Okay, so that you get to the beginning of the chain space. We need to work in the chain spaces now. This round we are going to alternate between 2 sets of 6 DCs separated by chain 1 and chain 2. So to begin with, you can either chain 3 and begin, or like I do, pull up the loop to a little height, twist and hold, twist, insert in the chain space, pull up a loop, twist it from behind, and yeah, this is my first double crochet made. place 5 more double crochets in this same chain space. That is, in the chain 2 space we are placing 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 double crochets. In each of the chain 2 spaces we are going to place 6 double crochets, but only difference is one set will be separated by one chain, the next set will be separated by two chains. So now chain 1, place 6 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Oh, my hold is very loose. I don't hold it tight like this. I just hold just like that. 3 6, yeah. So this is separated by chain 1. Now chain 2 and go over to the next chain space. So alternatingly you should chain 2 6 DCs, chain 1 6 DCs. So every chain 2 space will have 6 DCs, but only difference is that one set will be separated by chain 1 space, the next set by chain 2 space. So totally we will have 8 sets of 6 DC groups in the chain spaces, 4 sets of chain 1 spaces, 4 sets of chain 2 spaces which alternate each other. So complete the round. I shall also complete and get back. Come to the end of this round here. Now what you need to do is chain 1 and a single crochet on the first DC or the third chain of the first 3 chain, so that I get my yarn to the center of the chain space, chain 2 space. Alternatively, you can also work 3 chains in place of 2 chains that we have done. Okay, now either chain 3 and begin, or like I do, I prefer twist, standing double crochet and one more double crochet in the same space, chain 3, one single crochet between the third and the fourth double crochet in between this, chain 3, one single crochet, one single crochet in chain 1 space, chain 3, one single crochet between the third and the fourth double crochet here, chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. I have marked with the stitch marker so that I know my corners. Chain 3 and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain 2 space. This is the first corner that we have done here, the complete corner. We started with a half corner. Chain 3, single crochet between the third and the fourth double crochet of the previous round, chain 3, single crochet in chain 1 space, and continue this stitch pattern all around. So every side will have one single crochet between the third and the fourth DC and one single crochet in chain 1 space separated by 3 chains. The corners will have 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. So continue. I shall also complete and get back. So we've come to the first corner. I've placed my last double crochets, chain 1 and make a half double crochet on top of the first DC or the third chain, third chain of the 3 chain if you've started with 3 chains, so that I get my yarn to the center of the chain space. This is what happens. 1 minute. Now you can start with chain 3 or pull up the loop and make a first double crochet here. I'm going to work half of the corner, so 2 more double crochets here in the same space. Chain 1, three double crochets in the chain 3 space. So on the sides, every chain 3 space is going to have 3 double crochets separated by a chain 1 space. Chain 1, 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and 5 double crochets in the corner space. Chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, come up to the corner. In the corner, 5 double crochets. So continue the stitch pattern all around. I shall also complete and get back. I have placed all the stitches as per the pattern. I have made my last 2 double crochets in the first corner to complete the 5 DC set here. Now slip stitch to the first DC or the third chain of the 3 chains if I made 3 chains and join. Now you can begin with either chain 3 or make a standing double crochet in this same stitch. One more double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochets in chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets in chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Complete 4 times. I shall meet you when I come to this particular corner. I have completed this side here. So I have 5 sets of 3 DC groups. Now to go to the corner, chain 2, place 3 double crochets in the middle DC of 5 DC group. Now chain 2, 3 DCs in the corners. The 3 DC sets on either side of the corner are separated by 2 chains. In rest of the place they are separated by single chain. So complete the stitch pattern. I shall complete and get back to you. I have come to the end of the round here. I have placed my last double crochet to complete the first corner. Now slip stitch to the first DC or the third chain of 3 chains. If you have made 3 chains, I am slip stitching here. Now you can begin with a chain 3 or you can just pull up the loop to a little height, twist it, hold it, insert and make the standing DC, very first DC here. The standing gives a better definition to the product that we make, stitches. Pull up the loop from inside this first loop and behind the twisted loop again twist. Now yarn over, pull through. This is your standing DC. Now place one more double crochet here, that is we are not completing the make one more DC in the same stitch. Sorry. Now chain 2, three double crochets under the chain 2 space here. Chain 2, 3 DCs in chain 1 space, so chain 1 3 DCs, chain 1 3 DCs till you reach the chain 2 space. I shall meet you at this particular point. I've come to the corner here, so I've made 3 DCs in the chain 2, chain 2 3 DCs in the center DC of the corner, chain 2 3 DCs in chain 2 space, chain 2 3 DCs the next side, starting the new side here, chain 1 3 DCs, chain 1 3 DCs on all other stitches on the side. So when you come to chain 2 space, before and after the chain 2 space you have 2 chains, and in the corner also, before placing and after placing the 3 DC in the corner stitch, you have chain 2 space. Okay, continue the stitch pattern all around. Come to the end of this round here. So now I've placed my last double crochet to complete the first corner, slip stitch to the first DC or the third chain of the 3 chains if you've made 3 chains, and join. Now the last round, the 8th round for the square, is a simple single crochet round to give a good finishing to the square. So chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, one single crochet in the next stitch, and every chain space, irrespective of whether they are 2 chains or 1 chain, they'll have 1 single crochet. So continue all around placing the single crochets. I shall also place all the single crochets all around and get back to you. I've completed the single crochet round, the 8th round here, and I've slip stitched and joined. I shall fasten off later. So this is the granny's knot square that we have completed now, and this is a versatile square. It can get combined with any other granny squares for the projects that we make. Okay, and we start with the pinwheel in the center and continue about this. And if you want to make this into a larger size, you need to repeat the rounds 3, 4, 5 and 6. 7th round is the last round before the single crochet round. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and in the corners, when we complete the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, we'll have a 3 DC here. Again, here we need to make this corner. In this space we need to make a corner as per our 3rd round. Okay, so we can make this into any larger size that we require, but ideally this is a fantastic size, and this can be used in any of our projects. See, this is a 8-inch square. Okay, 8-inch squares are normally used for our larger projects. So thank you friends for viewing this video. Hope you liked it. Do like, subscribe and share our videos. Please do click on the bell icon so that you're notified of the videos that we upload every other day. Thank you once again friends. Bye for now. Have a great day.